And we are back with the tribute build to Sean Connery. This is the little Sunbeam Alpine that we saw in the movie Dr. No. As you can see, we got some paint on it, and I think it looks pretty good. We got the wheels on it, we got the drivetrain in it, so we've been busy. Start with the body, I guess. We mixed our own paint up right here. We have a jar of it left. I don't know why I mixed so much, but I did. I hardly used any of this, only used down to here. So I didn't use a whole lot, so I got plenty left over for touch-up. It's not too bad. It's somewhat close. It's not perfect. I think the road color has a little bit more gray, where mine has a little bit more blue in it, but yeah, it didn't turn out too bad. I think it's close enough. I cleared it yesterday, and I cleared it with polyacrylic. So, and it turned out okay. It was only 45, well, I don't know, 40, 45 degrees, something like that yesterday when I cleared it. So really, it was too cold to be using polyurethane outside, or polyacrylic outside. I think the can said 65 degrees, and I was out there at 45 shooting it, but I really didn't have much of a choice because that was going to be the warmest day of the week. So I think today is supposed to be up to 40, 45 as well. So it's not going to get any warmer than that over here this time of year. So I just had to keep my fingers crossed and hope that it would go on okay. And I could definitely tell the difference between a, when I sprayed this before when it was 65, 70 or more outside. This time when I sprayed it, it kind of like it didn't want to flow right. I could just tell that I was really, really pushing my luck. And I thought for sure it would probably just screw up altogether, but I was able to get it on there and get somewhat of a decent finish on it. And I might go over it with a little bit of Novus to clean it up a little bit more, but overall it went on, fairly good, I guess. I guess I shouldn't complain. Here's the hood, so the hood has a nice gloss to it, so it considering, I really shouldn't complain. So that's the body. We got it all painted. The fins look pretty good, so we got that done and taken care of. As you can see, we got the wheels on it. The drivetrain is in it. Frame is painted. That all came out just fine. The engine, the 4-cylinder we got from Sean. He copied it in resin for me, and we got that went together with no real issues at all. A little bit of cleanup, and went together just fine. We got it all painted up. The only thing I have to do is put a distributor in it. I got to do that yet, but and put on the radiator hoses. But that all came out pretty good. I had to add to the motor mounts because the motor mount, this kit has a V8 in it now, and it looks like they moved the motor mounts forward a little bit, so I had to push them back to get the 4-cylinder fit in there. But other than that, I had really no issues putting this in. This kit originally came with a 4-cylinder anyway, so it wasn't really that hard to put that 4-cylinder in. In fact, this is the 4-cylinder, the one that Sean copied, is the original engine that came with this kit. Of course, now it's only a V8, but when it was, the first issue was the Get Smart car, the red Tiger, and it came with a 4-cylinder, and that's what this engine is out of. And then I think the next issue after the original issue, I think, is when they switched it over to a V8 and got rid of the 4-cylinder. But it still has a 4-cylinder exhaust in it, so I had the original exhaust still in the box, so that's what we used. And it looks pretty good. We got that in there, and then the drive shaft's in it. And then we got a little bit of weathering underneath here. Not a whole lot because the car was tooling around in Jamaica, so you're not going to get a whole lot of salt on the roads in Jamaica. So You know, we got that all done. So there's the underneath. There's a little 4-cylinder engine, looks pretty spiffy. And got the wheels on it. You got white walls on it, like the car had in the show, or in the movie. The only thing I did differently is I didn't give it wide whites. The car, you know, in the movie had wide white walls on it. And not that I don't like wide white walls, because I do. I like them on rat rods. I like them on cars from the 50s. But I don't like them on this car. So that I took some liberty, and I made it just regular white walls, even though it should have been wide whites. So, yeah, I kind of did my own thing on that, because I just don't like them on this car. What else? That's really about it. The wire wheels, you know, we got the spinner on the wire wheels, so that came out spiffy. Yeah, that's it. Our next step now is to get the interior put together and done. The interior, it looked like the interior was blue. Blue darker than this, kind of like a dark blue. So I might use that Tamiya paint that I have, I don't know what the hell is it. It's called medium blue, but it's much darker than this. So I might use that for the interior color. It's kind of weird because in the movie, whenever it shows an outside shot of the car, or you know, a distant shot of the car, the interior is blue. Yet when they do the close-up shots in the studio, where you know, during the car chase, he's driving it and they have an up-close shot. It's funny because the interior changes over to black. And also, too, the wipers change a direction. When he's out there driving a car around, the wipers are going the direction of this one, to the right. Yet in the close-up shots, the wipers are going to the left. So it's kind of funny, you know, when you start watching movies and start noticing all the little things that change during the movie. It's just kind of cool to catch all that stuff. But yeah, anyway, I'm kind of rambling on. So that's where we're at on the little Alpine. Not a really long update, but you know, we got some progress done, and I hope to get to the interior. Well, I just had treatment today, so I hope to get to the interior either tonight or tomorrow to get it painted up and get glued to the floor pan here and get that done. So that's yeah, that's where we're at on the little Alpine. So pretty cool. Having a lot of fun with this kid. And I think the little Alpine's a good looking car, especially the 62. Alright guys, that is it. Yeah, that's it. So take care, and we will see you in our next update.